Hello, YouTube. Darren here, Murray Mayhem. How are you guys doing? I am running a few minutes late. I apologize for that, but I have been at a birthday party for my grandson, for Xander. You've seen him in all the videos. And so, yeah, my hair's a wreck, and I got paint all over my clothes. We've got this wall finished. That wall finished. This wall is next. It will happen shortly. I see we got a couple of people. Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Been a busy week for me. Hell, I'll leave my hat off. Y'all seen my hair messed up before. And been a crazy busy week. I had to go up to Tennessee to do some work, and then all of a sudden, after I had gotten close to Chattanooga, I'd gotten a call for some emergency work. So I turned around, drove 2 hours across Tennessee and down back to Decatur, Alabama, and ended up being there for 3 days on and off. So it was a busy week. I did post one video during the week. I've got a lot more that are situated in queue. I have to do a little bit of editing. And thanks for the thumbs up. And it's just been crazy busy. The holidays, hopefully we will get a little bit of respite from all the crazy stuff, but I doubt it. We are in. Hey, Pete, what you up to, buddy? I hope everything is going okay with you. I hadn't really been online a whole bunch. It's just been so freaking busy. What did I do? Been doing a little bit of work on the website and all that stuff. Got the domain names situated, and I had some problems with YouTube, and I've got it remedied with like super chat stuff. Glad you're doing good. What is the weather like up down here in Alabama? It has rained for 2 days, and it's rained so much. Not like the hard, horrible rains, but it has rained so thorough and soaking that the trees that hang over the power lines are starting to lean and fall. And we have had a lot of trees go down up and down the road. Hadn't lost power or anything like that. Knock on wood. Hopefully we don't. Yep. Us too. It's been very wet. And then all of a sudden we went to the birthday party and came back, and the temperature dropped like 30 or 40 degrees. I was like, holy cow. I always keep a jacket, a small work jacket, painting jacket in the car. And so I just kind of threw this on. We're going to be cooking some steaks. So I ran home. Hooch is still out doing hooch stuff. And grabbed some steaks, marinated them, and then I came down here and figured I would do my chat with you guys and see what all has been happening. Yeah, Pete, it has been here in Alabama a lot of rain, and it is, and the trash trees and everything, the trees that have really shallow roots, they just never fails, especially on these little 2-lane mountain roads. They start leaning and they'll knock a power line down. But no, it's not terrible. The power company comes and turns cut this heater down a little bit. Comes and cuts the power off, and then everybody chainsaws it, or the volunteer fire department will come out and chainsaw it. You know, just different stuff. But I was trying to see what else has been happening. Y'all getting ready for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is coming, whether we like it or not. I love the holidays now. Absolutely. This is my favorite time after Halloween. Once we get into November pretty good. I love it. This is my favorite time. I'm going to start playing Christmas music, damn it. Yes, sir, Pete, we do. We have a few good generators. So cycling them around for our property and for my mother-in-law, we have enough juice to keep food cold and keep everybody warm. So yes, sir, we do. Absolutely. And it's a dang good thing. I just did some stuff on, well, it's on the video, but I haven't posted the video yet, about getting spare propane tanks for storage. And what I do is I just put a posting on Facebook neighborhood groups or Craigslist or something, asking people, if you have any, I'll give you a few dollars for them, or I'll trade you a couple of dozen eggs, and that's how I get them. And my son just sent me a post, somebody that had 13 of them for $80, and that would dang near satisfy my propane tank craving for a while, getting 13 tanks and then having them filled up. That's pretty good, because down here brand new, they're $50 filled up, $35 empty for new ones. So I don't know. Hey, Doc Falcon, how are you doing? I was actually going to text you if I had not heard from you anytime soon. I figured you've been about as busy as I have, and it's just been crazy. But I hope everything's going okay with you and your family. Are y'all out traveling? Yes, sir, Pete. It is. It's like for the propane tanks are for heating. Hang on, I'll show you, Pete. There we go. That's what I'm using to heat the building. But in a pinch, my wife likes this thing so much, she said, let's buy another one for the house just in case, because I have carried it in the house, and just let her get used to it. And she knows how to use it. That's the thing. The generators, half the time, I wouldn't be here, or I would be late coming here after power goes out. So we have generator training classes here on the property for we got a Generac, and it's, which way you move it, the throttle and the choke, and you know how many times you pull it. And then I write everything on Sharpies or with Sharpies on the gas tanks. Everything's full, then I cycle them through. I crank them up once a month, let them run for 20 minutes, and then turn the fuel line off and let it drain everything out of the bowl. And I stabilize it. And so it works pretty good, and they're pretty easy to start. Yes, sir. You can see in the background, I've got 2 walls completely done, and I've got 2 more to do. I regret putting anything in here before I painted it, because it has been so freaking hard. The hooch said, why didn't we just paint this when it was empty? Because the paint wasn't that expensive. It was like $12 a gallon for, the good, well, that's Walmart paint, but it's good paint for 3 gallons. You can see that little 3-gallon bucket behind me. And I said, babe, we're probably going to use like 7-8 gallons. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I was wrong. We bought 3, and I've got half of it left, and I've been using it to paint shelves, and where I have to put stuff on. If I don't like 2 coats, I put 3 coats on. I don't know, Doc. I don't know. I will plead insanity on that part because it is so freaking hard. I moved the shelf out of the way to paint back behind it a good bit. Good God, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I was excited about the building, I guess, and getting all the stuff out here. And the hooch kept saying, "You got to move all your prepping stuff," and I'm, oh well, you can't see really. It's kind of quasi organized, but I've got stuff in just piles to get it out of the way while I'm painting. Um, and she actually said, she said, "I really like the building idea. Could we get another one so I can put all of my holiday stuff and winter clothes and everything in it? Because we've got the shop and we got two kind of buildings in there, but we have had a lot of mice get in there, and what they didn't eat and ruin, they peed on, and that was quite a bit of Christmas decorations. Oh yeah, Doc, and we're still, in the looking to move mode. So whatever we put down is going to be like a portable building. And I told her absolutely I would be, fine with us getting another one of these buildings. And she said she just wanted shelves all the way around it, and she didn't want it insulated because it would just be like summer clothes, winter clothes, seasonally, and Christmas decorations, Thanksgiving, Halloween, birthday stuff, crafting stuff that she does. And she said she didn't really care for it to be insulated. I'll probably insulate it. Just why not? Because if it's got crafting stuff, she's going to be in and out. Yes, sir, Pete. We're looking. I don't know. We want to move outside of the county that we're in, closer to our grandkids. That's what she wants, and I do too. But we had looked for a long time at just we've got like 11 acres here, and we were looking to possibly just subdivide this and rent this section out. This is 3 acres, and then have 7 acres, 8 acres on the other side of the creek to build on. Well, that area is in a flood zone, and we're in a county that is really, really stringent on the building codes. As far, not that I'm against, I want a safe, nice house. Absolutely, Doc. Yeah, insulate it. My regret with this is that I did not have them lifted up high enough so I could insulate the floor. That's why I got the carpet in it. But yeah, when we do move, I'll have this thing put 3 feet up and I'll insulate it under it, and I'll put a deck all the way around it. That's, my thunk anyway. But to build and to put to build a home, or to build or put a really one of those really, really nice mobile homes, one of those triple wide things over there. I mean, it's affordable, but there's so much to do, and it's also in a flood zone. So you have to build the grade up again, like we did here. There's 96 loads of topsoil from dump trucks, 96 loads of dirt from my property. Yeah, and it was very expensive, and or pay for flood insurance. Now, mind you, if it was going to be a mobile home, it would be like 3 feet off because of the axles and stuff like that. But I don't know, something that we've been chewing on, and I thought, just screw it. I would like to have a house with a basement at some point again, and we may just sell it all and move. That's what we're looking to do. So there's still some stuff that's up in the air. I'm getting some glare from that light I've got behind the computer. So when I lean forward, you'll see it. Yeah, sorry about that. The next county, I hate to say it is 6 miles away. Yeah, Doc. We missed an old dairy farm had gone up for sale, and they still had the old dairy farm porcelain. Ah, God, it was beautiful. Porcelain lined stalls for the milking, where they had they had the milking stuff machines, I guess, at that point. But it was porcelain. It's beautiful, and they didn't want a lot for it. It was an older house, older. I mean, like 80 or 90 years old, which I would love that. And we've been looking at a few. So ideally, we want to move. This is Jefferson County in Alabama, and we're looking to move into Bibb County, which is Bibb County is about 18 or 20 miles, depending on. Yeah. Thank you, Doc. And so we'll see. I want some land, and I always say I want some land where I can still do my shooting and everything. Oh, okay, there you go. And but to be honest, I have not done a lot of shooting here lately. I build my guns, and I'll take them out and shoot them every now and then. Hey, Marvin, how are you doing? You been out riding around in that new car? Or new to you car? So I don't know, and I've talked about it before, and I'm still up in the air. I don't care much for change, and neither does the hooch. We think it's probably time. And for once in our life, it's the money's not the question. Don't get me wrong, I ain't rich, but hey, Redneck Prepper, the Redneck Prepper, how are you doing, man? And again, for those of you who just came on, I'm sorry I was late. I was about 15 minutes late getting on here, doing a bunch of stuff, birthday party for the grandson. But we're just kind of trying to figure out what's the best thing for us for the future. Don't know. I don't know. So we're just kind of knocking around thinking. Yeah, I figured as much. I figured as much. Guys, if you are friends with Marvin or follow him on Facebook, he just bought a new car. Or was it two? No, it was two new cars, wasn't it? Something like that. And he got some nice ones too. I won't say much more about it. I have no idea. I have no idea how much. Now remember, confess to nothing. We're in a public forum or group. And also, since Marvin and Doc Falcon are in here, they'll know who I'm talking about. Doc Sprocket supposed to be coming down through. He and I are going to try to have lunch tomorrow while he is on his way down to see Randy at the Gulf. Brought the truck and the car within a month of each other. Pete, holy cow, Marvin. You should have wore a mask when you bought that, because that was robbery. That's pretty good. Pete, we would probably be looking at like 3 acres. Honestly, I'm getting kind of tired of going out and climbing on the mower and cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. When I go out of town, when I come back, cutting. And even my neighbor, I'll swap him out eggs and work, and I'll give him gas for his zero turn, and he cuts a lot of it for me as well, which is really nice. But I just like to have something that I can try to manage. Holy cow, we up to 10 people. Oh, nope. Somebody got sick of me. We're down to 9. That's okay. So we shall see. It will be nice either way. I would love to have something. I want a basement again. I'd like a basement. Wherever we go out in here. Hooch is always really terrified of tornadoes, so we'd have to do a storm shelter. Oh wow! Congratulations, Marvin. Yeah, I'm the same way. I like having three. One for me, one for her, and then one is a spare in case somebody, something happened, or one of the kids needed to borrow one for a day or two temporarily if they ever watch this stuff. But right now we're down to two, and we'll hurry up and get hers paid off. I got to get a truck. That's one of the other things I got to get. Just some old decent running truck that I can throw dirt in. Hey, Detroit Redneck, what you up to, man? You have a good, happy Thanksgiving as well, guys. We will probably do some live turkey frying and ham frying Thanksgiving if anybody's going to be around. Hey, Daniel, how are you doing? Mr. Brooks's place up 10 acres. House, barn, garden, mostly woods. That is nice, but she wants to be by the grandkids, Daniel. Daniel's a buddy of mine, and Daniel actually has come down a couple of times for Thanksgiving and eaten with us. And guys, if y'all are down here in Central Alabama, we're doing 3 or 4 turkeys. I'm going to fry them, and then I'm going to fry 2 hams. If you have not had a fried ham, hush your mouth because it is good. We figured out how to do it, and I watched a bunch of videos, and then we did it. Spiral cut, either way, or whole ham. Spiral cut, you get a whole bunch of crispy stuff all the way up and down it and in between. Goodness gracious. Now I'm hungry. That is some good dang eating right there. And yeah, so we're going to be doing that. Seriously, if anybody's out there, you got to call me. Let me know. Give me a message. I might have to pick up another ham or turkey. Some more yams. Going to Jim Blusher's concert. Be careful. Have a good time, buddy. Oh. Well, Doc, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's, yeah, if I'm reading correctly, an ex is going to be passing away. My first wife died about a year ago, and I've been married a lot. And she passed away about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. And yeah, I understand. It was kind of a surreal experience because, there were times when I hated her. She hated me, I'm sure. But, as you grow, you get a little older, you never really, really wish them dead. I mean, there might have been sometimes I wanted it in the heat of it, the divorce, but I never wished that. It was very sad. And, my daughter was accepting of it, I guess. It was a car accident. And she butterballs for 89 cents a pound. That's dang good. That is dang good, Marvin. I think I think the Hooch has already bought 3. Yeah, Doc, I got to say, the damn problem about being young is youth is wasted on the young. And I sit and try to tell my son, he's 32, Cody. Yeah, he's been in a lot of the videos y'all have seen. I tell him this and this and this, and he goes, oh, yeah. I go, damn it, boy. You're doing the same stuff I did. It just don't work that way, But what do you do? They learn, they pay their lumps, and it's just all you can do. Be there to help them, pick them up. I don't know if I'd bail them out, not immediately anyway. But it's just, yeah, that's just life, I guess. But yeah, God, Stacy she was 16 and I was 18, something like that. We dated all through high school, went to prom together, and it was like, high school sweethearts, that kind of stuff. And it was just always a weird thing. But, anyway, Doc, if you're down this way, holler at me. I think you got my number. I'm sure you do. Yeah. Yeah, it is, Marvin. That's tough. I'm sorry to hear that, Doc. Now, we are into the officially holiday season. They say that the holiday season begins after Halloween. That's what I hear. Mine, Doc, I'm going to be doing a little bit more painting. I got to go flip those steaks because they're marinating. Yes, Marvin, I'm getting ready to cook some steaks, burn some steaks. I've gotten a lot better. Hey, Kevin, how are you doing? Well, you're welcome to heckle. No, you're welcome to heckle. Kevin was helping me set up the stuff for the website and gave me a quick. Cow's running off. Gave me a quick tutorial on how to set everything up, WordPress and everything, and that's still going on in the works. I bought the domain name and all that good stuff, and then I kind of had to stop because real work came in. And oh, that's good. Is it sweet cornbread? Is it okay? Now here's the thing that causes fights. Is it white cornbread or is it yellow cornbread? Actually, the hooch mixes it, which is I've never heard of that before. But she does like a cup of the white, a cup of the other. Yes, sir, Kevin. Yeah. Shoot, we went and got a Christmas tree. Then we got the damn tree. Yeah, we've already got our Christmas tree. She wanted it out for the grandkids, and I said, whatever. And I've learned I'm not going to fight over stuff like that because it just don't matter. Yellow's good. I like yellow. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? Hey, Doc, some people put molasses in their cornbread. I have had it that way quite a few times. Never had it with honey. Cooch put sugar in it. I'm doing this keto thing where I don't eat. Well, I don't eat cornbread right now. I'm not eating anything. Lost like 17 pounds so far. Getting back to my sexy body. I'd show y'all, but I don't want y'all to be jealous. Hey, Joe, how are you doing again? Normally I don't talk like that, but not too bad. Thank you. So I'm doing, kind of a quasi keto, and it's just basically If it's white, I don't eat it. If it's a grain, I don't eat it. If it's in a box, I don't eat it. And I eat meat and vegetables. And that's it. Some vegetables, not a lot of vegetables. And that's funny, Doc. Yeah. Well, I understand. Mine's not too good right now either. But I have lost a lot of weight. And that's why my face isn't as fat anymore. And I only eat once a day. So it's kind of a weird thing. I only ate once a day anyway for years. I mean, I only eat, I can't, every now and then I might have 2 or 3 meals, but usually I eat once a day, and that would be in the evening. You know, five or so before I, you know, a couple hours before I go to bed. Oh, and I had to limit my beer. And yeah, because I, you know, guys, I like my beer. So I had to cut way back on beer. It's the price of being healthy. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Down off of 5, I'll take a look at that. Double wide man cave with a bar and a stripper pole. There you go. The Hooch has been looking at stuff. We were looking at some of the double wides down that way that had some land. There was 1 or 2 that we did look at. They were reasonably priced. Maybe a 7 or 8 year double wide. I don't care. The double wides don't bother me that much. Mobile homes don't, as long as they're newer. But it had some really pretty land with it. And I want to say the whole thing was $65,000, and the mortgage would be $250 for a 30-year loan. Use Jiffy Bread cornbread and add a little sugar just to. Yes. Any advice on learning how to can? Absolutely. I have videos and videos on it. If you have send me a message, Joe, and I will send you a link to about 30 videos that have been on the channel about how to do it and everything. The main thing is can would be pressure canning or water bath canning. Water bath is for stuff like tomatoes, the higher acid stuff. Pressure canning's for meats and low acids. So send me a message or PM me or something like that, Joe, and I'll send you so much information. But the thing is to be safe when you do it, and follow USDA guidelines. Don't go making your own recipes the first few times, because it's really, really critical that you learn the good stuff, because you can make yourself sick and make other people sick as well. I do have a playlist, Kevin, of it, but I don't know how to put it in here right now while I'm live. I do have a playlist on pressure canning, but I don't have it. I don't know if I can stick it in the hole right here, if that makes sense. But yes, absolutely, it's a dang good idea, Kevin. YouTube and make it easier. Yeah. And I guess that's why the website's going to be handy to just say, go to Prepping for Life, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Thank you for the tip. Hey, while y'all are here, and if y'all are of a mind, be sure and post all your sites and your links and your information. I know Kevin has his website up and his his school going, and he's got some really good stuff. He showed me a peek at the way he had everything set up on his, just to help me along, and I think it would be pretty good. Trying to think. So Joe, gosh, USDA.gov is a really good site, and you can learn a lot. Stick to the recipes. The ball canning book, which I have somewhere. I'm getting all of my prepping books and outdoor books and homesteading and husbandry books. They're all going to be out here. So, it says it's not clickable. I don't know. I'll have to look at it and see. Joe, here's something you can do on Facebook. Go to I have you know, I am quite the catch. Thank you, Kevin. No, I don't have any books on how to be a better husband. I'm an ass. That would be, and I have the 4 ex-wives who will all attest to that. Yeah. Joe Gatewood, you can go to Mayhem Preparedness on Facebook. Join up, and I will. They are, yeah, and I will send you a buttload of information on it. But really, I highly recommend going to the USDA site. 3 X's and 1 current. Well, there you go. I think one of mine might not have been legal, because I think I was still married and I was in another state. I'm not sure though, but I'm sure the statute of limitations. I always wanted to have 6 or 7 wives anyway. I'm joking when I say that. They're horrible things, wives and women. They're horrible things. That's absolutely right. I'll hide that, Kevin. I don't know if you want everybody to know that. Okay. Oh, you did that. I laughingly say I've been married 4 times, and I can honestly tell you I have bought 4 women. I have bought 4 houses and 2 sets of boobs. Yep. If I ever have to try to look at marriage again, I will find a woman that hates my guts, and I will buy her a house. It will be so much cheaper and probably more fun. So I can say that because I don't think that there are any. They wouldn't let me repo. I do get visitation though. That's fun. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That was funny. And no, God, don't let my wife hear that, because that would get in trouble. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how I got on that subject, but so what are you guys doing? Getting ready for the holidays? Family's coming down. Weather's turning cold. Gosh, we got problems with staying warm. If the power goes out. There you go. Absolutely, Doc. Got to have a way to cook the food if you get cold. Power does go out. Sometimes here in Alabama, we'll have ice storms, and they will come through, and we'll be without power for 10 days. We're on the very end of our trunk line, with our provider, Alabama Power. There you go, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin's got a good setup for the solar panels. That's okay, Marvin. He knew it was good. So make sure you have a way to set aside a little bit to heat your place, and be careful when you do it. This heater is one of the zero emissions, vent free, emergency shutdown, automatic, anti tip over, hot rod, all kinds of stuff. And even then, well, I can't show you. I've got two open roof vents on this end and this end, and the door's cracked. Just because, you don't want to die from this stuff. For the love of God, I was talking to somebody the other day before yesterday, in one of my Facebook groups. Don't bring your generator. Open up your garage, put your generator in it, and crank it up. Even though the door's open, don't do that. You'll wake up dead. Don't do that. You'll wake up dead. I'll say it one more time. Don't do that. You'll wake up dead. The odds of no, just don't do that. If you could put the generator outside, that would be advantageous. The secret to surviving is not dying. That is the number one goal, and that is what we shoot for and aspire to do. If you do put it outside the generator, change it to something substantial, because people in hard times will come try to take your shift. That's just my thing on prepping. Kind of what you do here. We're at 42 minutes. I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer, guys. I know you got shit to do. And I want y'all to go have the rest of a good weekend. Yes, sir, Doc. Absolutely. It's okay. Pete's back. This is kind of a very sobering story. I'll tell you real quick, and then we'll jab around, talk a little bit, and then I'll get off and leave you alone. About a year after we got here and had this trailer put in, and I've always, been of a mind to be prepared for stuff like this. We had a really bad ice storm, and the power didn't go out, and we're on the end of the trunk line, so we get service last. It's just the way it is. And at the time, I think I only had two generators, and so I had one going over at Shauna's mother's, and it was locked in a gate inside a fenced area, so I wasn't worried about it. And then I had the other one here in front, kind of off the side of the porch, and I had it going, but it was far enough from the house where it was easily seen from the road. And I happened to be out in my big building, and I had some pickup truck I got this big loop driveway. Somebody pulled down in there, two guys in the back of a pickup truck, two guys in the cab. Over my generator, which was running, and they reached down to pick it up to put it in their truck. I keep a shotgun or a gun in every building, sequestered away, safe and situated. And so that one was like a 12 gauge pump that I had out there. So I just pointed up in there and shot. And I said, "Can I help you with anything?" And they jumped back in that truck, and they started going, and they had to go past me. And I had enough sense not to stay in their way, but I had the shotgun leveled at me. Leveled at them, and I said, "If you come down here, I'm going to kill you, and I'm not going to call anybody. I'm just going to dig a hole." And they just kind of looked at me. He said, "Yes, sir. I won't ever come back." I said, "Get to it. Be careful." That was just in an ice storm when the power had been out for 4 or 5 days. Everybody had food. Zombies weren't coming. Hey, Warren, how are you doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Daniel. Um, well, you're grown and you know how to do that stuff. I was just going to say, be careful, because some people do it incorrectly, and you know, while it is not up to code, you know what you're doing. So I would say, you know. Kevin, that's pretty good for the bodies. There you go. Oh yeah, yeah. It was like I said, it was one of those surreal things. You just kind of like, what was it? I walked out there to get something to go back in the house because we didn't have power, and I walked out there to get. I swear I can't remember. I don't know. It was maybe to feed the barn cats because we have cats that kind of live out there too, and I might have been carrying them some cat food out there or something. It wasn't anything of any substance, you know. And then, like I said, these guys just cruised down, and after that, out here we have a response time. We have 3 or 4 county sheriffs that service this area and Jefferson County in Alabama. And you can look it up. It's a big county. We got like 4 out here that service this area. I have a response time of about 45 minutes to an hour. If I call 911 now, unless we're all lucky enough that they're, you know, up at the gas station, you know, eating dinner, it's 45 minutes. It's just the way it is. Ambulance service as well. You know, so you plan accordingly. That's why I carry a gun. I mean, you see me in all the videos. You know, if you see, you know, I mean, you just, it's just what we do out here, and not cowboy stuff or anything like that. It's just what we do to be safe. It's just what we do. I have not heard anything from him. I talked to Sandra, and I'm talking to Pete. I have not talked to Doug in a while. I talked to his wife about a week ago, and then I really haven't been on the internet or the Facebook stuff that much. I will talk to her as soon as I get off here and see how he's doing. I know he had his surgery to where he had the lymph nodes removed from his neck, and he had the drains put in, and that was the last I heard that the surgery had gone well. Yeah, Kevin, cat hole. Yeah. No, I hope I heard everything was going really well with the treatments. I don't know. Like I said, I will check on him as soon as I get off. Get off with you guys. Yeah, I'm sure I've got his number because I've got his wife's number. Warren, you be careful because you walk out there and you won't come back in sometimes. And it's the people, you know, they're looking for just a quick fix for something, and that's one reason I'm such an ass to people who try to come on. We own the property up to the ridge here, and there would be people that would be carrying boxes out into the woods, and I'd go out with my pistol, and as I walk up to them, I start shooting in the ground in front of them because they're meth heads. They're carrying chemicals out there so they can build a lab. I know that, and they just kind of freeze. I say, if you drop it, you're probably going to blow us up. So I'd hold on real good to that. But you turn around, you walk out. I can call the cops. If you ever come back, it's going to be bad for you. Yeah, meth is kind of becoming a problem out this way, and the cops fly over and they always check for marijuana grow. Hell, I don't really care that much about marijuana growers. Back in the day, I smoked it, I enjoyed it. Hell, back in the day, I grew it. The way it is, it's kind of a choice. But I'd be more worried about the guys making meth blowing up the trailer or the house or the shed or the mobile home, that they're in. I don't know. Guys, just be careful. It's not like it used to be. It's not, and I'm not doom and gloom zombies are going to come eat you. I am saying that there are people who would come up to you or own your property and cause you harm. And security is the damnedest thing. That's my old clock. Security is the damnedest thing. You don't have to have security in your life. You can go your whole life oblivious to everything. It's one of the tenets of survival. You got to have air, water, food, shelter, blah, 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 blah. We've heard all that stuff ad nauseum. Security, you can go your whole life and not really worry about security until that half a second when somebody puts a screwdriver in your back while you're pumping gas at the gas station because you didn't pay attention. You didn't look around. You were looking on your phone. That kind of stuff will get you killed dead. Me and the hooch, that's something we argue about. She'll walk out to the car from Walmart looking at her phone. Oh, damn, babe. And then once you get there, she stands and fishes around in her purse and gets her key out. And mind you, she's got a gun, and that's okay. I've got a gun. But that's just not how you do stuff. You do it. You have a plan, and you get inside, you get situated, get your doors locked. Square your stuff, and then if you need to, talk on your squawk box, you do it. But I don't know. Yes, sir, it does. Yep, condition white. A lot of people that don't know, it's a rating system for, I guess, OPSEC, your security levels. Yeah. Especially around the holidays. I told the hooch, you ain't going to any more of the Black Friday shopping. So you buy it at the house, and I don't give a shit about how much it is, whatever it is. If you need to buy it, you buy it at the house. And they bring it to your house. They have that thing now. It's called Amazon. And yeah. Thank you, Kevin. I couldn't quite think of it. Situational awareness levels, and those are really good. And if you just walk around like la la la, you gotta be careful. Somebody will knock you in the head and take your whatever, or they just don't like you. You just got to be careful out there, and there's all kinds of stuff, and I could talk for 2 or 3 hours, and I know there's a lot of people who are smarter than I am that can talk about it on different stuff as far as situational awareness and everything. Just be careful. Look out your window before you go outside. Peep out the peephole, especially if you're doing hotels and stuff like that. When you check in to the hotel, look at the emergency exits. See how close one is to your room in case you need to walk out. Where's a fire extinguisher? Just that kind of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff we could revisit. But I don't even know how I got onto this subject, but you gotta be careful. Because there's not that many people care about you. I always laughingly say, I know that I got three people that love me. Is Jesus, my mama, and my wife. And Jesus is in heaven. Mom's in Montevallo, and my wife's probably in the house. And so they're really not here with me right now. So all I need to take care of myself right here in this little situation, in this circle. But I don't know. That's a whole nother thing we could talk about. Maybe we will. I've got, like I said, 4 or 5 videos that I haven't even finished editing yet. I've been so busy with work, and they want me to do more. It's okay. I'm glad to have work to do. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. We're at 56 minutes, and I always swore I'd never talk to y'all. Yes, Kevin, if you could post, yeah, we will find the chart on it, situational awareness level. It's really good, guys. Take a look at it. It's really good information, and you can, like I said, you can get as tactical or as relaxed about the information as you want, and it's really good stuff. Also, something I've been reading, and this is a free. Yeah, I was having fun, Doc. This is kind of a sobering article. This was written during the 1920s, relating to the fall and the decline and fall of the British Empire. And it will, there you go, The Fate of Empires. And put it back up there. Sir John Glubb. This is interesting reading. It predicted how the, and some of you may have read it. It predicted how the British Empire collapsed and crumbled, and how America would collapse and crumble as well. And I've read it once, and I'm going to read it a whole lot slower. It's interesting. Posted Google link. Okay, good. Thank you very much, Kevin. Hey, BC, what you up to? Sitting here eating spaghetti while you listen. Okay. While he listens, here's another shameless plug for BC. There you go. How about that, BC? It's one of BC's knives. I keep it in here. It's a damn shame having a knife that's so pretty you don't want to use it. So, what do? Yes, repeat, it is. It is indeed. So, I sit here and clean it. Warren, it is a freaking beautiful knife. I think BC is back to the point where he is taking orders. You have to talk to him about that. I'm not quite sure. And this is the stuff that's just on my desk. This is another nice one. I found this in a garbage pile. I was cleaning out a building. This is made by some famous knife maker from Canada. It's a reindeer pulling a sleigh or a sled. And the guy's name's on it. Somebody told me about it, and they said, "Oh, it's super duper, and if you ever want to sell it or anything, I'll buy it." And I thought, well, I found it in a garbage pile, box of old books. Thank you, BC. Okay, and hang on. This is, oh gosh, here's another one. This is my Hori Hori. I think it's called Hori Hori. It's a Japanese gardening knife. This is really nice. Razor sharp on one side with serrated edges on the other. And it's marked. This is made in the traditional form, but it is a curved blade, beveled. And really, really nice. It's got the inches and centimeters marked, and it's for digging, for planting bulbs and gardening. And so it was also a defensive weapon, but it was good stuff. And I use this a lot out in the yard because I don't want to dig with any of the other stuff. And this one is made for digging. And so you just lubricate it, clean it up good. Even though it is stainless, it's still stainless. It's not stained. It will still do it. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling again. I'll start talking about something and we'll be here for another hour. Thank you very much for coming by, guys. I really appreciate it. I am still here. I'm just trying to get caught up on everything. I got to start painting as soon as I get off the thing with y'all. Sheffield steel, top stuff. Did not know that. Thank you, Pete. Yes, sir, we will. I will do something live before then to I'll holler at you guys and talk to you. Guys, y'all be careful. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care of you people.